They just messaged us that they got their truck stuck. Maybe we can go and help them. I hope we can pull them out. We got to be careful where we drive so we don't get stuck as well. I think we can see them on the horizon here.
Okay, we found Overland for Good.
Oh my God, you guys are so dirty. All right, we found them. I hope you enjoy this special episode. This is a post-Salar de Uyuni chat with our good friends Overland for Good. All right, these are our, feels like longtime friends because we've been following them for quite a while on our Pan Am journey. These guys are Overland for Good. Check them out on Instagram if you haven't already. They're doing some really cool stuff. They're a family of 4 traveling in their Tundra here that's highly modified with a cool box on the back. I want to show more people about that too at some point.
You're so kind.
But we met them in the Salar and had this epic time together.
Circumstances.
And I feel like I've known them a long time.
Yeah.
So it's really cool when you meet people like that, especially Americans in Bolivia, and you have this experience. And I feel like we've gotten some great new friends out of the deal. Here's more of their story if you want to hear about what happened to us out in the Salar. It was pretty epic. All right. Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us what it was like out there on the Salar. Maybe start at the beginning.
Gosh. So first it was great because it's beautiful. Like we get out there and it's sunset and it's gorgeous. Spent a couple awesome days.
Magical nights.
Yeah, super cool.
The days are harsh because it's just so intense, but the nights are just magical.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And so we spent 2 nights, went to an island, went to a sand maze, and then we decided to drive back and kind of move on.
Yeah.
And we just got a little too far south.
Yeah.
And got off the main roads, and we started seeing some like little puddles of water, and we're like, this doesn't seem right. Should be pretty dry out here. And
all of a sudden we get on the mic to tell Nick, like, we don't feel comfortable here. And then with 10 seconds, we sunk.
Yeah,
and we're like,
our back end sunk.
Our heart sunk.
Yeah, as well as the truck. And so
Did you know instantly when you felt that difference that you were stuck? Probably?
Yeah. So it was like cutting power because the traction control was kicking on. And I was hoping to accelerate through it, maybe get to like a firmer point, but yeah, it wasn't happening. And we hit it, sunk, hopped out. We're like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad.
It didn't seem too much at first.
Yeah.
And we had our Maxtracks and everything, so I was like, let's start digging. Let's get out. And we dug for a bit that night. Yeah,
but we were buried up over our axle. Our drive shaft was totally covered, and this mud is not like normal mud. It's clay with all the suction you can imagine. Like putting your hand in, it'll hold on to it.
Just
takes
trying
a lot
to
of
get
effort.
the shovel out is, and you got like this much.
Yeah. So at that point we're like, we're not capable of getting out with Nick's van and our truck and Maxtracks and a shovel. So we're like, we need help.
The sun was setting.
Yeah, we didn't have service, so we drove into town. Just to the entrance.
Want to explain how you got into town?
Yeah.
Because your truck's stuck.
Yeah. Nick, so our buddy Nick, who we've been traveling with, super awesome. He has a little Toyota van, nice and light, floats above the sand.
Scoots all along.
Yeah, so we drove like 30 minutes in to the entrance, and there was like this beautiful 5-star kind of like salt hotel there, and we were able to get service, and we tried to contact local people, didn't really get any help there, but then we're like, well, we know Peter and Kathy are here. At this point, we hadn't met.
Yeah.
So we're like, I'm just going to reach out and just see. And I sent you a text, and then you called, and you're like, no problem. We got this. We're coming tomorrow. We got 2 vans, 2 12,000-pound winches.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. So we're like, okay, cool. We just have to wait until morning, get through
Meanwhile,
the night.
I'm back at the truck with the kids, and the truck is slowly sinking. I can just see it sinking.
You can see it.
Yeah, because we had dug out, and then it went straight to the frame. Yeah. And I'm freaking out because he's gone, and I'm hoping he doesn't come back until he gets help. And
I'm thinking, there's no way I'm going to let you stay out there by yourself.
Yeah.
So
they come back, and I'm like,
yeah, we make it back, and we're like, this is it. We're here for the night. The truck was sitting at a pretty steep angle with the camper being down, so we slept in the cab.
So it wouldn't sink more, because you just don't know how far it goes.
Yeah. And then we woke up, and the sun's coming up, and we're excited for the day. We're excited to to see you and George.
Yeah, the
And
kids
then-
had some nightmares that night of Lily would wake up during the night thinking, we can't get out the truck, it's sunk, I can't get out the windows, where she would just have these just a rough night that night.
Yeah, it was a rough
But
night.
come morning, we knew our friends were coming.
Yeah, the light comes up and we look out on the horizon and here come two sprinters.
Y'all, these two sprinters,
And it was like-
just the feeling, even now I just get chills.
Yeah.
Just seeing these two sprinters, just our saviors just coming for us. It's emotional,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
know you have someone who cares for you, who
Yeah.
doesn't even know you.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
And you guys are
very
willing
kind.
to put yourself in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Because, the
All night we were
salt's
worried
thick.
about y'all too. All night we're just dreaming like, what if they get stuck? What if we get our friends in trouble?
Yeah.
It's a very emotional time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're so thankful. I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
went above and beyond.
Amazing.
Super
Amazing.
awesome. Yeah, you guys came out and
Yeah.
then
You stopped a little bit, just seen you stop and thought that
Test
was,
it out.
oh, that's so smart.
Yeah.
Please just stay back until you feel comfortable. Edge, and they just kept
air
edging
down.
along. Yeah, air down.
Came in and then
We're feeling good about it.
Yeah,
Feeling
we're like,
so
we're gonna
good. We're
make
like,
this happen.
got 2 inches coming.
yeah,
And
we're
then,
gonna be out by lunch.
Yeah.
But no, that
And
was
the bottom drops out of
Yeah,
Bottom
I know.
drops out.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, and our hearts just
But
sunk. and it
George,
was, yeah.
George, he was scooting along. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
Got around you. Was really almost trying to get you out, But then he started sinking.
Yeah. But then we got George out. And
Got
then,
George out.
And eventually we got you out. Well, it wasn't so much we. It was
Yeah.
that amazing crew
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
came in. And it
those
was,
guys.
Oh my
were
gosh.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
They
that's
were-
what it
they
was
were fantastic.
before you
So,
got there.
Yeah, when you drove off, it was just like a huge relief to us. It's like, sure, we got a truck to deal with, but
Like
at
our
least
stress
we don't
level
have to
went down
worry
so
about
much.
inviting you in and then getting your wonderful van stuff. So,
And just seeing you drive off and reverse in the sunset was just so awesome.
yeah, it was
Go!
incredible. I've
Everyone's
never
like,
seen
go,
anybody-
go, go, go.
Yeah, so awesome. Beautiful scene. Beautiful scene.
It
So
was.
it was great.
The next morning, or
Yeah.
even that night,
Yeah, when you guys leave, so
Yeah.
that happened like so quickly. It was
Yeah.
like slowly working all day, and then all of a sudden it's time to go.
Let's go.
And it was time to go, and you were gone, and then Kathy was in the truck, and she was gone.
And then we run to our truck and we're like, okay, it's our turn now, because the guy promised us that he was going to stay. They were going to stay that night,
Yeah.
because the police had told us that day that no one was coming back the next day, and they're like, well, they're going to stay that night and help you. And so they're kind of lagging over there, and we're looking out and we see these clouds in the distance. And the guy told us that morning, he said, this is a really dangerous area. In the rainy season, this just floods, and it floods up to about here. And we're like, oh man, thank heaven we're not in the rainy season. But turns out we're 2 weeks away from the rainy season. And this night, that same day, we see clouds coming, and we see storm clouds, lightning,
thunderhead, yeah.
rain in the distance, and we're just freaking out. We're just like, those guys are just over there, like the rain is coming. We've got to get out of here. And then they come over, and they finally come over with their stuff, and they're looking at it, and they're like, mañana, mañana. And we're like, no, and we pointed to the storm, and we're like, is that a problem? And they're like, no, don't worry. But if they tell us, no worries, they
Yeah.
know this, and we know
They know much better than
perspective in the flats. It's really hard to tell how close things are.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, we trust you. And so it stayed. The clouds stayed away. We were totally fine.
Yeah.
Slept another night, because at this time we had gotten out
We'd
from where
gotten
y'all
out,
had
and
rescued
then-
us.
Yeah, I'm an idiot, and I drove the wrong direction. It was dark,
It was
and I ended up driving
dark.
the wrong direction.
You can't see
sunk,
anything.
And then, so
We're sitting
stuck
on our
number two.
side now.
Yeah.
We're tilted, so we're
Yeah,
all
we did once this way, and then we're doing another time this way.
so just one more night. that
Yeah,
night.
so we wake up, and they said they'd be there between 9 and 10. They end up showing up around 11:30. So we're already a little nervous, kind of like, are they coming? Hopefully there, because otherwise we're stuck. There's like no one just randomly drives by. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
kinda-
but
yeah.
we have friends. Yeah, we had y'all that we knew we
yeah,
could
but
reach
it
out
was
to.
still one of those things where then we have to find a new person to come get us.
Yes.
So
For $1,000.
Yeah. At 11:30, 3 guys show up, and they put on their little Tyvek suits, and they just kind of crack their knuckles and start digging. And they dig
Yeah.
and they dig and they dig.
And then another truck comes.
Yeah.
Then 2 more guys, and
Yeah.
the police come. 2 more guys. So slow, we're getting more guys there.
But-
they did
but
for a good
as-
4 hours.
As the guys come, they tend to get stuck as well.
Yeah.
So we had a Hilux, and we went and picked up some of the rocks where your van was stuck, and we drove back, and as soon as he gets by our truck, he sinks in.
Yeah.
So we're able to get all the rocks out, and then
And this is just making us think, like, if these guys are sinking in, how are we going to get out of here?
Yeah, this is a light.
Like, you can lift us up, but where are we going?
Yeah, and we're in a heavy tundra.
And not only that, but the night when we got pulled out before, the reason we kind of sunk to the side because another guy was trying to pull us out, and he sunk in front of us. So we have tracks in front of us that are sunk and tracks behind us. And then we have tracks to the side of us, and we have this one gap, probably just as big as our truck, that we can go through without hitting any tracks. So in your mind, all day he's playing out, how am I going to go, not swing too sharp, and hit this open area.
You have to go kind of wide,
digging it again.
Movements.
And that's kind of what had you nervous all day.
Yeah, so
like, where are we going?
I'm talking to them, what's the plan of attack once we do get out? They eventually jack up the truck enough, get enough wood and rocks underneath to where we can then move forward.
Yeah.
So we move forward and we get going and then sink again. So then they start over.
Another hour and a half, 2 hours of digging.
Getting everything
lift us
dug,
up again.
Jacked up again. We move again, we sink. And then
the sun's setting at this time.
Yeah, the sun's starting to happen.
But we didn't dig in too much. It's this point where like we would just stop because we know we're sunk in.
Yeah. So it's just
not
a little.
too bad.
We kind of dig out. We try boards and we try some Maxtracks and we move forward just a little bit and we stop. So we're sitting on top of the Maxtracks and the boards and we're not digging in. And at this point we're like, okay, let's not go any further to where we're jacking up again. And we're like, hey, let's build.
Poco.
Yeah,
little by little.
Little by little. We have tons of Maxtracks because Peter and George run heavy with Maxtracks, which is awesome.
We have eight of y'all's and then 2 of ours. 10. And then 2 of Nick's. So we got 12 tracks plus these big boards.
Yeah. So we slowly start placing the Maxtracks and easing forward, maybe 2 tracks at a time.
And it's working.
And they pull them out and they put them out front.
We're going and it's not it's sinking, but we're staying on top. We're floating.
So we start moving, and we get to the tracks. So anywhere there's tracks that are dug in, that salt is done. It'll instantly sink in if you go over them. So we're able to get across that, which is huge because I was going to have to drive across that previously, and I'm like, as soon as I hit that, I'm just going to get dead in the water. So we move probably 120 yards.
Yeah.
And we're getting to like more stable salt. The salt's still breaking behind us after the camper goes over the Maxtracks.
Yeah.
But it's starting to become less and less.
Yeah, and so the guys see it, and our family's even helping, like everyone's helping, because it takes a lot, because these aren't just normal Maxtracks, because these have been buried in this thick clay, and so how much do you think they weigh? 30?
Yeah,
20,
probably
30 pounds each.
Yeah,
I mean, so you pick them up, and these guys are heavy. I picked up, it was about 3, holding 3 Maxtracks is what one would feel like. And so you're just picking them and everyone's getting lightheaded. And so we're all just switching off. But the other guys, we have 2 trucks over here buried where we were.
Series, and
then the truck. Yeah, and the Hilux. So they have to go unbury all these because the sun's setting. So it's just Scott and I, Nick, and our kids, and we're just moving the truck. We're just slowly, and Scott's just creeping.
Just creeping.
And the kids,
on the brakes,
amazing. Case is just running one side himself, just pulling it back, putting it in front, pulling it back, putting it in front.
Yeah.
And we're just moving. And the other guys are loading our stuff up because we had unloaded about 500 pounds of stuff.
Spares, some water.
And then they're loading our stuff up, getting their trucks unstuck. And as they're loading our stuff into the police vehicle, it starts to sink. Just our extra stuff we had, which is crazy.
It was so thin. It's like we found one of the thinnest spots, unfortunately.
Every pound.
On the whole thing.
But eventually, us and the kids, we get there and we feel good about it because it's not breaking behind us. The tracks are not breaking anymore. And we're feeling good. The sun's almost completely dark now. And we go get them. And
Carrie told the police officer, like, we need you to show us the way out.
They're like, just go that way. Like, no, this is why we're right here right now. It's because someone just told us to go and
it was
you
dark
can't
and we couldn't see. Yeah, so at this point,
we need a guide.
The sun is gone and there's just a little bit of light on the horizon. And we tell the police officer, like, really, we need you to guide us. And he's like, okay, cool. So he pulls up in front of us and then he's like, we need to test the salt first, pull off the Maxtracks.
Yeah.
So we pull off the Maxtracks.
We pull off.
Nothing breaks. Okay, cool.
Even feeling now, it's just like, oh my gosh.
Adrenaline's running because we're like, this could be it. We, after 4 days, we can be out of here.
Yeah.
And we start creeping along a little bit, then we stop, and he's like, okay.
We go about 30 yards, just the truck, and it's holding.
Yeah, he's like, I think it's gonna
even
work.
now, it's holding.
And then we set it up to where he drives here, and then I drive here. And that way I'm not driving in his tracks, but I'm on his tail. And then if he sees any water spots, he can go around it, and he gives me room to go around it.
And then Nick and I are on the side of you.
Nick grabs all the Maxtracks, throws them on his bed, and then he follows. So we're kind of going 3 vehicles deep like this, and it's pitch black at this point.
We're
And
weaving between pools of water.
yeah,
Hoping we're not hitting the sides of them.
and we cruise out of the salt flats,
And you
he
start-
takes us all the way to the
We start
main
seeing
road.
those formations, and those formations are just heavenly.
Yeah, because
They're so heavenly, and you can just
know
feel the
salt's
difference.
Solid, yeah.
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 And we get to the end, and Case gets out, and he just kisses the ground.
Yeah, he's just so happy it's solid. And then the police unload everything, and we start loading it up, and then they ask for
They want
selfies, and we
videos
get
and
pictures with
pictures.
them, and we give them hugs.
Yeah.
They were kind of like unsure about giving us hugs, but
Yeah.
we didn't care. You know, we were
They're
super thankful.
saviors.
Yeah, give them big hugs.
It's really
and
an amazing,
yeah.
amazing experience.
then
One
they-
we'll never
They
forget.
drove this way, we drove that way, and the
Yeah.
people of Bolivia are incredible
Yeah.
because they had 10 guys. Guys would just show up, and
Yeah.
they'd be in full like police uniform, take off their vest,
Yeah.
take off their
They weren't
their
even part of the
pistol,
crew.
grab a big old log and start pounding on rocks under our tires. Like everyone was willing to pitch in, everyone helped, and without them, there's no way we would have gotten out.
For free.
And they did it for free.
free.
They did it for free. It's a
Unbelievable.
service that they provide for
Yeah.
stupid gringos like me. So it was great.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was quite the experience. Not
Yeah.
you know I read about tales kind of like this on Overlander with the warning triangles and stuff, and I was like, it's not gonna happen to
We
us.
stay on the roads. We're
Yeah,
gonna stay on the
yeah.
roads.
But
But
we
as
did.
you get off the roads and you're camping in the middle of nowhere, and then you kind of go to these places that don't have roads, it's very easily
Yeah, you have
to
a
go
false
off
sense
track.
of confidence that like, yeah, it's okay
Yeah.
out here. But really, it's a minefield.
It's a
because you don't know
minefield.
the thickness of the salt. It can break at any time, and if it breaks, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're so thankful to Peter, Kathy, and
Oh
George
my
because
gosh.
you guys came. You guys had the Starlink. You were able to contact people.
And George was
And-
just running all over town
Yeah.
trying to find help, and he found help. And
Yeah, and the fact that you guys were even willing, like, hey, let's go see if we can get stuck too. You know?
Yeah,
And that's
so
what
thank you.
Yeah.
And we did.
thank
yeah,
you,
yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you for being there with us
Yeah.
while we're all stuck and
Yeah.
just lifting morale. You just
my gosh.
totally lift morale.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
say- you
As soon
helped
as you guys
us in-
hopped out with your smiles and your personalities, it was like,
Physically and
okay,
mentally.
this is gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay.
Do this together.
We're in the hands of happy, confident people.
Yeah.
So
Friends
yeah.
forever.
Yeah, it was great.
Complicated it.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it was a bad experience, but the friendships we made at,
Yeah,
worth it,
last
worth it.
forever.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you so much. We slept in the truck when it was stuck for 3 nights, but it was a total of 4 days.
So looking back on it, is there anything, if you could have prepared differently before you went on this trip, knowing what you know now,
Yeah.
would you have done anything
Totally.
different other than not going to that region? Like thinking as far as recovery gear.
Yeah. So what we
Without a
told you,
doubt.
first of all, Starlink. We didn't get Starlink. We were kind of on the fence, but
We
we're
wanted
like,
to be like,
yeah, this is our time to unplug.
yeah,
From back home. We can have service when we have it, but it's nice not to have it. And I totally get their switch. You can turn it off, but I don't think I'd
hard.
ever turn it off because it's just nice to be able to like reach out. And we've had a lot of special moments where we haven't
Yeah.
had service, but having Starlink out there, game changer because
Mm-hmm.
you can contact anybody. You don't have to feel like you're cut off.
Yeah.
You can look up resources or anything like that. So Starlink, #1 for sure.
yeah. Even trying to figure out what was up the truck too.
Yeah, the
researching
truck was
that.
kind of acting a little funny. So, and then #2, more Maxtracks. As many Maxtracks as you can carry.
Yeah,
Because we only brought 2. We had some Go treads that we would use for like leveling.
Mm-hmm.
But after seeing how robust the Maxtracks are and what they can handle,
it's like
and-
snowshoes for your truck.
Yeah, exactly. It was a
Keeping you
game
afloat.
changer. So having that many, we were able to just walk out to where it was safe. Yeah, I would carry
At least
4,
6,
if not 6. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 to 6 for sure.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's worth the weight penalty when you're in a situation like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Maxtracks all the way.
Starlink, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.